And now we look at headlines from some of the newspapers around the country. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I'm sure you are up and about, and there's plenty to talk about because, usually a lot goes on in this country. If you go to the Vanguard, one of such headlines: tariff, economic instability, job losses, forex, inflow loom. Nasima. PDP governors meet over Fubara as Tom Polo assures of his return. So I watched that video of Tom Polo, and I think he was very what he said was well articulated. He was speaking in Ijaw language for those that would not know, but then there was a translator regardless. But I think he was very articulate with how he put both sides to cover the whole thing. This one says communal crisis brewing between Oyo communities. Oluwo warns. Army decries poor Igbo youth enlistment in military service. All of those you would find on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. If you look at the Punch, this one says battle for rivers. AGF moves to defend Tinubu as PDP governors mobilize 11 sands. Court hears suit to halt Shell's mining license transfer, and federal government rolls out flood preparedness campaign in 30 high-risk states. All of these are on the Punch newspaper, so you can get on the Punch and join in on the conversation. Idris Abdul Karim's anti-Tinubu song gains streams as Soyinka slams NBC. I'm pretty sure they should have known you don't ban songs like that, because the moment you come out as government or an agency or an establishment of government and you say we ban this, you only just get a lot more people to want to listen. That's just what it is. He did Nigeria Jaga Jaga, and despite all the efforts of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, we saw how the song still went viral, even without social media. And now that song is still viral on social media. Because the question is, the things he said in that song, have we seen much changes in the country? I think the best thing would have been not to even pay attention to it and not say anything about it. Maybe that would have helped. But, in an interview, I listened to him saying he was not attacking the president's son. He was only sending him a message because the president's son came to speak on behalf of his father. All right. All of those details on the Punch newspaper, you can go read up and get to find more information. Meanwhile, we are live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. For those of us who are yet to join our Facebook community, you could go like the page at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the Facebook handle. And don't also forget that we are on YouTube, Nigeria Info PH. We are on X, Nigeria Info PH. So any of these platforms you can get across to us. I'll take some comments on Facebook now. Kelly Agbana says, federal government to commence flood campaign soon. Every proactive measures and information is very important. There is a lasting solution to the problem. We should look into that one. Tinubu would soon go to jail. Well, let the FBI do their work and then we'll find out. You can't, don't conclude for them. Stephen Igbiki says, the sole administrator telling Rivers people that he is impartial. I'm trying to understand. Does he understand what the word impartial is? Impartial, and we have mostly men who are supporters of the FCT minister in the government house. That's pathetic. Okudili Iwogu says, presidency, nothing new in FBI DEA records on Tinubu's alleged drug case. Why is the presidency panicking? This person says he's watching from Pipeline. Okay. The sole administrator said he's impartial, no problem. Let posterity judge us all. Jefeti Bekwe. Sunday Aswa says sole administrator is partisan from all indications. Is it what the president told Nigerians that's happening? Unfortunate. U.S. court orders FBI DA to release records on Tinubu's investigation. A clear conscience fears no accusation. Justice Ori says instead of creating committee for rivers oversight, why not create committee to ensure gradual resolutions of what led to the emergency rule? This was what the National Assembly promised and not committee for oversight. Lorenzo Delight says the way South and Southeast are treated in military is not encouraging. So many youths won't join. Well, I've heard so many people cite some of those things. Some runaways even that you'd hear stories and reports of why they ran away. The question is, can't federal government find everlasting solution to this flood issue? Skillful Piro. The one that concerns the dam, there's a dam we're supposed to build. That's one. The one that concerns the rainfall, we don't have enough gutter. I'm not saying drainage now first. We don't even have enough gutters in the country in many parts. Go to many parts of some of those states in the north where the flooding becomes really bad when it comes. They don't have gutters. Leave drainage first though. I'm saying gutters. What we should have standard is drainage, good drainage system. We don't have. We see how we suffer flash floods in parts of Port Harcourt because, when you're a big man, you have money, you can just come and you have government connection and power. You build your house anywhere you want now. They'll give it to you. Take. That's the country we live in. So you have many wealthy people with power and influence, building their houses on canals, on waterways, on reclaiming lands that are supposed to be drainage water paths for drainage constructions, and living there, and nobody will go and fall the house or bring it down. Because why? They are wealthy, they have influence, and they have connection and power in government. That's the popular reason why. Any other one, if it was shanties that were there now, they would have said, everybody, we have to leave, we want to clear it, it's defacing, it is this, it is that. Good morning, Andrew. That heading that reads Battle for Rivers is not correct. The correct one is Federal Government Battle for Rivers Resources, and the votes come 2027. This is watching from Ishiokbo Aleri Spiff. Patrick Amadi says he's watching from afar. Federal government should make available materials for the people that will be affected by the flood. I won't say anything because I think that Nigerians, we have short memories. Our memory is short. Blessed Ola says Don Polo assured of governors return. PDP governors meet. This is a nice one, but there's a lot of damages that has occurred to the state because of the emergency rule. I heard the Solar Administrator say it's impartial. Really? Thank God ability. That is you. We'll see if we can take a few more. This time, let me go to WhatsApp before we go to the phone lines and take one or two and then go to the phone lines. On WhatsApp, all appointments made by the Solar Administrator are all a loyalist of the FCT minister, and he said he's neutral. That's an irony. Eze from Aliko Center one rather. This one said the Solar Administrator has nothing to offer Rivers people. He's partial, one-sided. Let him obey Kotu and recall the 23 administrators in local government areas. We want peace in the state. God day teme. Good morning. Solar Administrator said he's not partial. So you should hear the cry of the unduly sacked staff from Ignatius now who worked for 9 months and reinstate them and pay their salaries. Best in Port Harcourt. Solar Administrator of the state appointing solar administrators to run local government areas. Under what law? Nigeria is the only country where illegality always gains ground. So when I tell Clinton West. Alozie King says the solar administrator doesn't have any iota of neutrality. His decision and position so far has been lopsided. It's crystal clear that the intention behind the unconstitutional declaration of state of emergency in the state is to subjugate Rivers people and their patrimony, not actually for any peace. What peace moves has he made? Lemchi says Eastern youths don't join the army because of no promotion in the service for them. I don't know about that too. Except we find someone who has been in the army, come and tell us. Ebulu Michael says, please, distractors should leave the city minister alone. The Solar Administrator is doing a good job. Good morning, Ifemi. Solar Administrator Ibas is causing confusion in the state. Ayana Ugu, that's from you. Blessed Dollar says, there's hope as Tom Polas assured the civil rights return. This is nice, but A lot of damages have been done. I think we took this one on Facebook already, so I'll just move on to another. Melly from Uniport says Iba's statement regarding being impartial is a dent and abuse in the image of the word impartial, which is an aspect of the doctrine of the rule of law. His process of emergence is anti-rule of law. He is an illegal solo man whose illegal actions could attract a sentence in the future. We can associate with his illegality. He's not acting on his own. He did not appoint himself. People should know that. He did not appoint himself. Let's make that very clear. He was appointed, given a task. He was told that according to the official gazette that guides his actions, he reports to the president, the FEC. And then the National Assembly has the ability or powers to regulate the laws and some of the things that he does. That's the official gazette that he operates within. So the question now is, was he instructed by the president to do some of the things that he's doing now? Well, that's an answer I would wait for. In the meantime, let's go to the phone lines. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. You can also call 0817 923 0007. Any of these numbers to get through to us this morning. Please endeavor to keep your contributions short and straight to the point. Also, don't forget, importantly, try to be very civil. Thank you very much. So who are we starting with now? We'll go to Bori. Letambari is on the line. Hello, Letambari. Good morning. Hello, Letambari. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, me Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah, let me look at Reps, House of Reps to inaugurate committee on rivers crisis. I think that's a very good one, to set up a ad hoc committee to oversee the affairs of the sole administrator. I think this is what we've been talking about. And from what we've seen, I think the sole administrator has been on a good side. He has been able to put in the 23 local government, which they are on work. Yesterday, I happened to be at the youth meeting in my place. And the sole administrator of Ghana local government pay a visit there, talk to the youth, and also, take charge of what has already happened in the LGA to ensure that there is security. So I see that the sole administrator of Ghana local government have started work in a good side by, visiting all youth sectors to ensure that there is peace in the area. So I want to commend them. Then lastly, the man who talked about the person who go ahead, appointing local government as sole administrator when there is a litigation. I think that litigation came late, and the already appointed sole administrator have already started. They've been inaugurated before this litigation came.
Let's go to Frank now. Thank you very much. Frank is in Nkoro. Good morning.
Not Frank. This is Fred.
Fred, go on, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi Andrew. The president will be with you this morning.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, I want to talk about the crisis that is going on in Rivers State. The state is taking the state backwards. My brother, I am not happy for what is going on in the state. But what I'm praying for peace. For the peace for the state. Let there be peace in the state. Let the two parties come together, and the sole administrator, what I advise the sole administrator, you should keep good legacy in Rivers State that people will remember him for. That one time he was the sole administrator in Rivers State, and he did well. The legacy will go for his own children. So I'm begging on him, please, to call the two parties together, because when we are telling them, they don't want to hear. So we know what we passed through in this state. So I'm not in support of the both parties. But what I'm preaching for peace. I was opportunity to go to Akwa Ibom Airport. Look at how the state is booming. Lagos, everywhere is booming. And they are hosting international football. And Rivers State, they normally bring international football to Rivers State. But all this is not going on. Look at Nigeria bus station. Go to other states to do their meeting. They wanted to host in River State because of the crisis in the state. And the state is going backward. So please, I'm begging for peace. Let the peace, and Tompolo should bring peace to River State. Thank you very much.
All right, Chima Nyirumakuta, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ifemi. These governors, if they had dissuaded the governor of River State, the governor, I don't think it would have gotten to this. Them running head scatter now. But they said, the white people say, they say it's teaching time, phase 9. Now, the issue of the administrator say it's not partial. The issue is that there are no time they will go and bring witches and wizards to come and rule or come and assist in the governance of River State. The people that will do this must come from River State. And when there is a crisis, it is either for or against. And when you come, you must work with people that you believe that are going to help you do it. So to me, I didn't see anything like partiality there. The guy is actually doing his job. And another thing again, you have to understand what Tempolo is saying. If they mean the Bible, they said the children of Issachar understand the times and seasons. You understand? So it is quite unfortunate that we cannot have Daniel again that can come and read the walls, the handwriting on the wall. If anybody is actually thinking, that this suspended governor, Timothy Fubara, is going to come back to Rivers as a governor, that is a phantasmagoria. Making you understand, because
all right, Chima.
Or not, he has done what he has done, and we are not happy with it.
All right, Abinoye is calling from Aboa. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew.
All right.
Yes, House of Representatives appointing a committee to superintend over River State. I begin to wonder. It presupposes that they are partners in crime. In the first place, it's an illegality. So what are you supervising? What are you supervising when almost every appointment is done? And it's even more disturbing when the sole administrator is saying that it's impartial, when the sole administrators are skewed. And I think that if he has come, to settle peace, maybe he would have given, equal contribution to all to the two groups. But he has done to one. I think what he is trying to do is to create indices, even for state of emergency. Because in the first place, there was no state of emergency. It is now that he's creating that state of emergency. I also want to advise the people to be calm, because Sim has been a calm man. Thank you.
All right. Obed from Ada George, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew, I think the sole administrator is being economic with the truth. It is clear that he's actually here to represent the former governor of River State, who want to rule the state by proxy. If you look at some of his appointments, you can attest to that fact. How will you tell me that you are impartial? Are we kids in this state? He's not impartial. It is glaring to everybody. And when he talk about my administration, which administration is he talking about? When he say my administration, who gave him mandate? He did contest of any election. Each time he want to make statement, he say my administration. Who gave him that mandate? You understand? So the sole administrator is here to represent the governor who want to rule the state by proxy. That is clear. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I would encourage to have new callers. I think that's something that I know many of us have also said they've tried to get across to us. It's usually very difficult. Well, the numbers are still there, so continue trying, as many of you that want to. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0007. You can also call 0817-923-0002. Would encourage new callers to also try to get through to us and make their contributions. Emeka from Elele, good morning.
Yes. My dear brother, good morning.
Good morning, Emeka.
My name is Emeka. I'm from Elele.
Go on.
My dear brother, I cry for this nation and River State, where illegality is standing. Look at what happened. MPA rejected River State, and that man is sitting there, calling himself a sole administrator. They rejected River State because they say they cannot hold their conference where the democracy has been raped. There is no movement in River State that they cannot go there
conference. It's a very wrong signal to tell that man that he's sitting on illegality. How can you say my state? Is it from River State? Or he want to be, okay, we'll give him, we'll adopt him as River State. He should come and pick a form to contest 2027 election. Like a River State man. I cry for this nation. NBA is a recognized body. They have rejected him. And he's a high-profile military officer that have been working for that over 35 years. His integrity is at stake. You see, that's at stake because he will finally, in one day, he will come and pay for this thing that he's doing. Signing illegal signature, writing everything that is meant for River State. He's not elected governor. He's not collecting everything in River State. One day they will call him. This government will come out.
All right, Jamaica, thank you very much. Let's go to good news in Mile 3. Good news, good morning.
Good morning, my brother man. Yes, House of Reps to set up committee on oversight function in River State. Last, we will now hear Okechinda mention them as members of that committee. If you ask me, they want to use that style to come and collect their own in River State, deceiving ourselves, thinking we're deceiving Nigerians. Look at what is happening. How will the sole administrator, who knows the right thing, is saying that he's impartial? If that is called impartial, I want to say that when let such a fault on his own family, and let such impartiality happen to him, and as many as are supporting him. Amen. And the U.S. court has talked about the release of Tinubu's drug law, wanting, and the Maranuga is trying to play around it. The truth is that America is not Nigeria. They see white and they call it black. Look at them, the former DSP that was jailed in the EU. If it is in Nigeria, that kidney issue, that young boy that reported could have been killed, and he could have been moving around. But look at how it is going there. I think that the American court should do the right thing. We're all here watching. My name is Gulis from Port Harcourt.
All right, good news. Thank you very much. And that's it for the newspaper review segment on the Morning Crossfire for now. We take a very short commercial. After that commercial, business news at 7 is next. And immediately after that, sports news will follow. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Thank you for your listening. Good morning.